Our man is kicking all them balls with his foot down on the gas. Homie, kick it off the turf. Papa, kick it off the grass.
Can you hear this, Brandon?
Yeah, I can hear it. It sounds great.
Blue, baby, buckle up. It's the
Brandon Aubrey Show.
Okay.
Brandon Aubrey Show.
That's right. Brandon Aubrey, brought to us every week by Community Mechanical, our HVAC company. Check them out and get you some preventative maintenance like Brandon did for his HVAC unit. How are you, sir?
I am good. Sitting here on an off day in my kitchen. It's my new office. The old office, or I guess the only office in the house, just got turned into a Colton playroom. So now relegated to the office or the kitchen.
Man, that's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough.
You always think, oh, these pro athletes, millionaire pro athletes, they get everything they want.
Like I just got an office and it's the greatest thing in the world, and now I'm looking at him.
Brandon Aubrey at the kitchen table.
Humble.
Yeah.
Humble.
Yeah.
Truly
well,
humble.
it's awesome because he can run around and play in there without anything in danger of hurting him. So it's a good trade-off.
All right. Well, if you want to protect your kid, I guess we have to do it.
So first thing from me, somebody asked us to ask you about this, but I'd seen some chatter about it online. I know we might have touched on this. Do we have different K-balls this year? Are you kicking?
Yeah, we got different K-balls.
With a different.
Yep.
And what is your experience in it with it thus far?
It's nice. We get to practice with them. Before, you'd basically pull them out of a box. Your EQ guy would have 30 minutes with them, and he'd kind of brush it down. One really, really well, and then the second one get a little bit of time. The third one was basically just fresh out of the box. But you'd really only ever kick one ball, especially at AT&T. The nets go way high enough. You're never losing a ball, and nothing's ever getting rained on. So there's no reason to use anything other than ball one. But now we get 3 balls that we can put into the game. They can be used 3 games, and we can pretty much practice to them year round. They just have to kind of be inspected to make sure they're not over certain, like they want it to be a certain shape. They don't want it to like take it outside and blown it up or anything like that. So yeah, we're just able to kind of beat our balls up in practice, so the leather's nice and supple for us, and they'll travel further that way.
Yeah, Chris Boswell hit a 60-yarder the other night. I think some were surprised by that. Yeah,
plenty of room.
Yeah, so it's alleged that these will go farther. Somebody said that McAfee said kickers will get 10 to 15 extra yards of distance. Do you buy that?
That's insane.
I don't buy that.
That feels like a McAfee level.
That's an exaggeration for sure. Our guys did a great job with that first ball I was talking about. So each week we'd have a pristine ball one. We'll probably squeak maybe an extra 2 or 3 yards out of it but anything beyond that is kind of ridiculous. Like 15, no one's kicking balls that are straight out of the box, never being touched previously. If they are, they need to seriously look at themselves in the mirror because their EQ staff hates them.
So I noticed you pregame, you go out for your warm-ups, you, Banger, and Trent, and that's when the giant Lombardi Trophy inflatables go up and they dim the stadium. They get the bird flying around. So, like, were y'all aware that all that was going to go on, or were you just kind of just standing there waiting until it was over?
Yeah, that was the circus. We figured there'd be some sort of circus. I didn't know what it was going to look like or when it was going to be. I figured it would be kind of right around the national anthem or after the national anthem, so their team could be out there to watch it. It was kind of weird that they dropped a banner without the team that won it on the field. So that surprised me. But I mean, there's always, especially in the Cowboy Stadium, something stupid going on at halftime that we got to kick around. So we're not used to. just got to find a little bit of space. For that one, there was so much on the field. There wasn't really any room to kick balls. For me, Brian and Trent used the sideline area, but I just went to like 50-yard line and kicked one, and like, yeah, I'm good to go. Because you go through your full warm up like an hour before that point anyway. So you just go back out there, and the wind actually had changed significantly. So I did want to kind of kick a few balls, but I figured it would die once the rain started. And again, it did die. But like the wind changed like 4 or 5 times that game. Was kind of weird. So I did want to hit more balls than normal.
It was really funny watching y'all because it just went dark and green somehow. And then I don't know, you just were like, okay, I guess we're done here.
Yeah, I'll just stand here and watch. It was fun. It was a good celebration. Hopefully we can have something like that in AT&T sometime during my career.
It was another weird situation for you guys too with the layoff. So just a ton of scoring in the first half. The field goal felt like, all right, you're going to be kicking a lot this year. With Dak back, if there's one thing I'm sure of as at least fan, I feel like we're going to be kicking off a lot. And then the delay comes. However that impacted each side of the ball, there's no more kicking. What's going on in the delay? Did you contribute to the Uncrustable consumption? What's somebody pop on a movie? What are we doing?
Yeah, the delay, we're just trying to figure out how long it's going to be. I popped off my cleats and pads immediately and just tried to get as comfortable as possible. We'll see the chiropractor get stretched out a little bit, and then just turn the brain off and scroll mindlessly on the phone until we have word of when we're going to go back out there. We got like a 20-minute warning, so started stretching again, and then run back on the field and get another brief warm up. And it was like my 4th warm up of the day, which is not easy on the body. But the Uncrustable count was not, I was not contributing to that. I had an actual, they brought in turkey and cheese sandwiches, which had a bunch of stuff on it. It was actually really good, probably from the club section or whatever sweets. It was nice. It hit the spot.
Well, we had chicken tenders in the press box. Just let me know next time. I'll bring you some food.
That'd be nice.
So do you eat like on the flight home? Blake was telling us about that, and we've been on some flights with like the Dallas Stars and whatnot. And when you're flying at 2 a.m., there are full meals to be served, and if the media guys eat them, they turn into fat media guys because we don't burn the kind of calories you guys do. You probably don't burn the kind of calories, that Dak does or whatever during a game, I would imagine, right?
Yeah, I don't eat that meal on the way home from the primetime games. They have some food waiting for us before the buses, before the plane. So they had some Philly cheesesteaks. I ate that. It was probably like 12 o'clock, a little bit more reasonable. Ate that and then hopped on the plane and tried my best to sleep. But I can't sleep on the plane. It's a problem. So I stood there staring at the seat in front of me.
Blake said he ate food that was off limits to him, he thinks.
Brandon, I found out there's some food that's just for y'all.
Oh.
There's only one way to find that out.
What is that?
I grabbed a Jersey Mike's on the way out, not knowing that that was just for the
There's
players.
always leftovers, I'm sure. Just come in really late and they'll be trying to get rid of it, I'm sure.
Okay. Well, I got some weird looks. As I did in the hotel when I was trying to meet up.
No one told you no?
No, dude.
They just looked at you funny?
My first trip, I had a lot of finding out to do, a lot of weird looks from people, but I'm learning.
Well, next time, if you want one, just text me what you want. I'll grab it and drop it off your seat.
That's my guy. That's my guy.
Did you see Blake on the plane?
I saw him on the way home, not on the way there. Yeah, he walked by my seat. Where are you sitting?
I'm like maybe 10 or 15 rows behind you.
Okay.
And
Not a
these
bad
guys
spot.
made it seem like I was in the wrong. I thought I gave you a fist bump and told you made good kicks.
He's an NFL player.
But I know him.
After the game, okay?
Do you want me to leave you alone?
He's
No,
focusing.
that's fine. That's the most reasonable thing. I think just about everyone stops by and says something. So I probably talked to like 10 people as they walked by.
Yeah,
It's not a big
I'm
deal.
fine.
In my head, he's kicking field goals in his head the whole time.
Yeah, after the game?
He can't have he's kicking balls through a tire in his head.
Him and Trent were just shooting.
After the game on the plane ride home, we're having a beer and trying to relax. We're just balls of stress at that point. So we're trying to calm down our bodies as best as possible. And talking, I mean, I'm not a big talker, but talking helps.
So Blake said there's like a special section for like if you're a top player of the game, you might get a better seat on the way home. Is that true?
No, they have assigned seating. They have like seniority in the first class, and then I'm in the business class, which has like 15 guys. I think there's probably like 15 seats in first class, 15 player seats in the business class, and then everyone else is behind the media in the back. So I used to sit in like 37D for my first 2 years, and this is the first time I got bumped up, which is kind of crazy to think. Just takes 2 seasons to get bumped up to business. That's kind of how fast careers are in the NFL. Just a reminder to kind of hold on and cherish each moment.
You know what they say it stands for.
Yeah, not for long.
So I had one question about the game. The Philly did try to ice you, and I think you've said that doesn't really do much for you. I know you kind of just, take a walk and what have you. But I was thinking if the other team did call a timeout, try to ice you, would it help you if the Cowboys took a timeout so you could go warm up? Or would that not benefit you very much?
A double timeout?
It
Yeah.
depends on the
Doubles
situation.
time?
No, the one's plenty. The timeout there, because we're kind of in a rush situation where we're running out, spiking it, then running the field goal team on. You're kind of rushed, and even though you don't have to be, just that frantic feeling of watching the offense be frantic kind of bleeds over into the field goal unit. So the timeout there actually kind of helps the mental speed slow down. Yeah. So it was kind of nice to gather ourselves and, okay, we're just going out and hitting a field goal. It's not, you can calm down.
You should tell Shoddy that.
We didn't have a timeout left, I'm pretty sure, right?
No, I'm just saying for his...
Yeah, so
if he's ever thinking of icing an opposing kicker, I think you should give that advice or have your special teams coach mention that to him.
Yeah. I don't know. I might depend on the kicker specifically. I don't know what's going through other kickers' minds. Some might not like the time to refocus and settle down because for them it might be okay. The stress is just building and building and building, which is I think what you think of with icing. Like the longer the moment you're thinking about it, the worse it gets for you.
I just focusing on that last drive and the field goal there before half. It's a small thing, I guess. It's what you want to be able to execute as a functional team. But first time head coach, a lot of new guys on the offensive line. To me, just ending the half like that, it had to feel for him as some sort of a exhale. All right, that's like the team interacting together. It's offense and the defense. It's in a hurry. There's an operational element to it. You're not watching the game being like, oh, what it's a great moment, but it felt like to me like a little bit of an exhale. This is what you work and put the processes in place for. We're going into half. You're down one. It felt like, all right, we can breathe now. We can move.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Those are the margins that football games are won and lost on. And if you can't execute in those moments and sneak 3 points on the board, then you're gonna significantly hurt your chances of winning the game. So being able to execute something like that and knowing how much time it takes to do that and practicing it and building your confidence and your muscle memory in it really builds confidence. And okay, we have 20 seconds instead of taking a knee and just bleeding the clock out and taking our medicine, moving in, we're down 7 or whatever it is, then you go aggressive, you get the 3 points, you're only down 4. And most of these games come down to 3 or 4 points. So those 3 points are massive, and it gives you Dan's favorite word going into halftime, right? Momentum.
That's right, and you can't lose after that.
Nope.
They decline. I don't know what the exact number was. We were all watching the game together and yelling at the TV. Was it the start of the fourth that it could have been like a 68-yard field goal?
Yeah, that was.
What was that number?
It would have been 68, exactly 68, or maybe 69. It was right around midfield with 5 minutes left in the game.
What was your mindset there? Did you want to try it? Did they come and ask you? Do you think you got this?
They didn't. They don't ask. We give them a line. Maximum line would have been around 70, 71 that game going that direction. So that was the really nice direction to kick where the wind's at your back, whether or not you feel it or not. It gives you an extra 2 or 3 yards at least. And so that was the line there, and it's.
Oh, we have a freeze up.
Somebody iced him.
I'm not going to laugh at that.
I knew no one else would. So,
but we have a freeze up in the Brandon Aubrey kitchen. Brought to us by Community Mechanical.
Well, we can either talk to Mike for a minute until Brandon comes back, or just sit here.
Let's bring the machine on just for a moment, and then when Brandon joins, he'll stay with us, and he can ask Brandon a question if he wants to. Mike Machine Marshall is with us here every week. We will talk a little bit of fantasy. The action is the juice. Hello, Mike. Do you read me?
I got you. Do you have me?
We do.
Are you like 8-0 in all of your leagues?
Let's
no,
talk.
I'm in so many leagues that like just edging out like 60% win or 65% overall win is success for me. I did like that icing joke, Jake.
Thank you. I knew
I laughed.
You're a guy who supports.
Well, Brandon Aubrey got me 10 points. Was that the high kicker? Do you even look at kickers throughout the week?
Real leagues don't have kickers. Some of the bigger tournaments do, and it's like such a pain in the ass to go and add kickers on their bye weeks and stuff like that. Like it's nonsense. But home leagues, get rid of DSTs, get rid of kickers. Like please.
What if you got the DST of the Cowboys? You get turpentine and everything. So
That's true.
Anyway.
Return yards.
Just follow Bones around.
That stuff.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm glad Brandon wasn't here to hear you say that kickers weren't important in fantasy football.
He's probably would love to hear that. He's like, stop bothering me about it.
So people won't be yelling at him?
Let him enjoy the rest of his day.
I think he wants to duck all that smoke from the fantasy football community whenever you have like 2 catches for 9 targets. Like the dudes hear about it, so I think kickers have a hard enough job.
Is he coming back or no?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
In fact, here he is.
Oh.
Can you hear me?
All right, yeah, Brandon joins us again.
What do you mean your internet died at your house?
Your internet died?
Yeah, it's back, but I'm just going to stay on the phone because it might cut in and out.
Okay. We also have welcomed in our fantasy football expert, Mike Marshall. So he may have a question or two for you. But we talk fantasy every week with Mike, and he's not interested in kickers' fantasy numbers, unfortunately.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I'm trying to save you from the turmoil that is the fantasy backlash.
Do you play fantasy?
Well, it's not. I used to, not anymore. Stopped when I got into the league. They have a rule where you can't win over, or you can't play with a pot over a certain amount of money. And I figured it's just probably bad juju to be rooting against my team for like the other players on my team.
All right, so you're not allowed to take advantage of that. Are you allowed to wear your own jersey to the grocery store on game day to get 10% off your order, your overall?
Have not tried that, but I'm sure they'd honor that.
The Albertsons bit, right?
Tom Thumb, yeah, I think it's all the same now.
So I had one more thing from Philly because it was my first time riding the bus over, which was awesome to witness. Me walking out of the hotel getting booed by Philly fans, hundreds of people flipping you off on the way, and then the tailgate scene just got crazier from there. Is Philadelphia kind of the worst city for that?
Worst, best, yeah, the worst I've seen. I enjoy it now. The first year, like I was in awe, surprised by it. Like never quite seen something like that. But as a football guy, I look forward to it now. It's a lot of fun. Just the guys have so much passion and energy. Not sure what it's like driving into AT&T Stadium as a visiting team, but I'm sure it's not quite the same.
I have one piece of audio to play from the game. I don't even remember what this was, but I know I saved it because they were talking about Brandon Aubrey, and I thought, okay, we'll have Brandon respond to this. So this was Sunday Night Football, and Mike Tirico.
The kickoff does not work out for Aubrey. Second touchback.
So your second kickoff of the game.
The kickoff did not work out for Aubrey. Second touchback. This time Philly will get it at the 35-yard line. The rule adjustment from last year when it came out to the 30.
Yeah, and I get the feeling that Aubrey's just missed those two kicks, don't
Correct.
you? It looked
Both.
like he was trying to bounce them into the field of play in the corner, and he just was too much adrenaline on both of them.
And a lot of the kickers around the league have talked about kicking a dirty kick, dirty ball. The special teams guys are talking about when you can get rolling on the field inside the landing area and slow down the return men.
By the way, we've talked about this before. Give him his due. Mike Tirico is the special teams guy.
Yeah, he's awesome. He reaches out to the kickers before games and asks questions. Especially my rookie year when he had our games, he wanted to know my story. He wanted to know kind of my path and everything that went into it and my mindset. So he does his research and he does care to get things right. For the two kickoffs, yeah, I mean, I was trying to put him in the field of play. I wasn't trying to hit a dirty ball per se, which is just hitting some gross spin off of your foot that's going to land around like the 15, 10-yard line, get on the ground, and then make the returner kind of field a dirty ball. So I was just trying to hit it as close to the 1-yard line as possible. The first kickoff had the wind at my back, and I just like barely touched that thing, and it looked like it was going to come down at the 10. It just kept going, went about 5 deep. And the second one, opposite direction, was trying to give it a little bit more since the other one had so much help at its back. I figured this one's going to really come up short. So I just wanted to hit it at the 1, and then I hit it way too hard. So it went about 7 deep. And then we just adjusted from there. And the next couple we said, well, we'll aim for the 5. And we got them at the 5.
All right.
I do have questions for Brandon Aubrey.
Go ahead.
Need some.
Go for
What do you
it.
got?
Are you aware of how high you're being drafted in the biggest dollar tournaments in fantasy football this year?
Oh, no, I'm not. What is it?
Dude, you're like an 11th round pick in FFPC, which is like before running back 2s are going.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Tell your
it's
agent.
like you and then like 4 more rounds, and then the next kicker goes. Did you see the end of the Bills game?
I did see the end of the Bills game.
The running clock, run on the field, walk off, game winner.
Yep.
Have you been in that situation before?
No, but we practice it. Actually, we kind of have. We did a bleed field goal in New York last year, but not game winner. So the bleed field goal is something where you have to know exactly how long it takes you to get through your routine and just start it at that point in time. And with the 400 whatever career attempts, they said it on the broadcast for Praise, he knows exactly how long his routine takes. And, I was a little bit nervous seeing him take his side steps with 3 seconds on the clock left, but he takes no time whatsoever once he's planted to give the nod and go. So he executed it perfectly.
Man, the
He got
question.
there like Wednesday or Thursday, didn't he? It was like a midweek signing because Tyler Bass got hurt.
Yeah.
Man, the thing
Yeah,
is,
that's awesome.
the Ravens-Bills thing I was going to ask you about, or really, I wish I could ask Brian Anger, the punt that should have been downed on the 1 that goes out to the 20, like that's they lost the game on that play to me. I mean, you can make the call of like, oh, they punted, whatever. If they down the ball at the 1 they're not driving the field, and that just
that also
wrecks your net. It's just it's brutal.
That would drive him crazy.
It's like
What a fingertip over the white line.
fingertip.
So you practiced the bleed. I didn't know it was ever called that, but the bleed field goal. Do you actually practice 70-yarders?
No.
Tear your
No
leg
reason
up.
to. Bad habits. I don't have the requisite adrenaline going through me at practice to hit 70. But on game day, there's always, not always, but most of the time when you're outside, there's a side of the field that just carries, and there's a side of the field that loses some distance. So when you're inside, you kind of hit the middle ground on that. There's no good side, but there's no bad side either. So 70-yarders more accessible at a place like Philly where the wind is pretty much up one side of the field, down the other side of the field. So that's a place to do it, especially this time of year where it's warmer. So I don't practice them. It would hurt my leg if I tried to just swing as hard as possible over and over and over again, and then I'd be creating some bad habits. The muscle memory would kind of speed up, and I'd start pulling the ball a little bit, I feel like.
Well, good luck out there. We're gonna transition into
who
fantasy.
do we got this week?
We got the Giants.
We got the Giants. All right. Who's their kicker?
Graham Gano.
Okay.
He hit a 55-yarder this week in Washington, which it's not an easy place to kick, but I saw the film. They had no wind either. We had a little bit of wind from time to time, but Washington was dead, which is interesting to see.
Is there like a kicker text thread? Or like, what are we doing? Or do you just actually, when you open up your scores, are you looking at what all the kickers did?
Yeah, so I open up the score, go straight to the play-by-play, then look at all the drives, how they finish, and if they finish with field goals, and I open them up, go to the last play of the drive and see where it was from. If I don't see, I've learned now I don't have to even do that. If I see no missed field goals, then I go over to the box score, go to scoring plays, and see how far the distance were from. If they're missed, then I'll scroll to the bottom, see where they missed from.
You see Young Ho Koo?
I did. I was watching that game. That is not ideal. He'll bounce back, hopefully. No, he had a rough year last year, and you want to start off the year strong after that. So, but he's a good kicker. He'll be back.
Well, you know why he missed it?
Why is that?
The aura of Baker on the other sideline.
All right, please.
I'll see you Sunday, Brandon.
Don't say that like you're actually friends. Bye.
We are friends.
All right, thanks a lot,
friends.
Brandon.
We're all friends.
We're all friends.
We're all kicking friends. All right, that's the great Brandon Aubrey. Have a good day, man.
You too.
All right.
Thanks, Brandon.
Bye.